dead. Won't get away from me.
I have a really bad feeling about this place. People thrown in the converters alive to extract the Elex from them. However hard people say the Duke is, he doesn't come close to that. Fuck, I suppose I'll have to deal with this. So, that creature's down to me, is it? Yeah, I'm on it. Scored some decent loot from these ruins, but you have to search for stuff. It's been a while. Maybe no one will recognize me.
All technology must be consigned to the past. Take it to the pit.
word out there.
What goods have you got?
Understood. Now you get it.
Hey, watch it there! I hate it when people mess with my stuff. You think the armor in this place makes itself? Well, you wouldn't be the only one, but let me tell you, it's not true. Damned hard work makes it. My damned hard work. So don't get in my way.
What's so good about the armor you supply?
Quality, skill, years of practice technique. And as you go up through the ranks, you're eligible for different equipment. As a cultivator, you'll be confronted with different challenges to a warrior or a paladin. So for cultivator armor, I make sure to give you the freedom of movement needed for working in the fields. But a warrior's armor must be robust, better able to absorb damage during combat.
Can I get some of this armor?
I am only authorized to hand out equipment to anyone who has earned it. A cultivator isn't allowed to wear the armor of a paladin. That armor goes with that rank and that honor. So, if you want a set of it, you'll have to work to earn it.
I'd like to trade.
Pick your armor, choose your weapon, we can trade.
I wish my brother had something home here. He always loved this sort of stuff.
If you're here for the food rations, then I'll tell you what I told the other 100 people. Someone must have been making a joke. I don't have anything to sell or give out, so you can just turn around and leave.
I'm not here about the food rations.
You're not? Ah, is that so? Well, then I'm sorry. I have been the butt of a joke that has left me rather angry, and I thought... Well, I'm sorry. It's just... I'm just so sick of it. The belligerence between the berserkers and outlaws. Everything was simpler when I was a cultivator in Goliath. We had laws and everyone obeyed them. Why can't people just all work together?
If you feel that way, why don't you go back to Goliath?
No. Those days are gone. I left willingly to establish a world heart here in Abessa. But when it became clear that the seedling wouldn't grow, Caleb decided that we would remain here. And whatever Caleb says is best. But now, no, I can't go back. We went against orders from Goliath. If I go back now, they'll just stick me in a cage, no questions asked.
Caleb sent me.
What does he want now? I testified about what I saw, just like he wanted me to. This whole thing between Caleb and Fink is starting to get on my nerves. I shouldn't have said anything. Okay? But what's done is done, and that's that.
Tell me your version of the story.
My version? I'm stuck between the two of them. I told Caleb in confidence that I saw Fenk meet an Alb outside the city. Could have been a separatist, but I wasn't sure. I didn't see any more than that, but Caleb decided to tell the clerics. He convinced me that the Alb Fenk met must have been from Zakor. But I have no real idea who he was, or what faction he's with.
About this situation with the separatists.
Do you have any idea what I should do? I feel this is a mess.
I want to speak with Fenk about this.
Right, okay, but be careful when you speak with him. What if I was right? What if Fenk actually did meet with the Albs from Zakor?
You should keep silent. It's too risky to guess.
I wish I was as certain as you, but I don't feel right about this. I'm really not sure who I saw Fenk meeting. What if Fenk really was speaking to a friend? But the chances of an Alb from Zakor coming so close to the domed city is really low, isn't it? No, I don't really believe that it was an Alb. I mean, how often do you see them on their own?
I am an Alb. Trust me. I know when Albs are lying.
You're an Alb?
A former Alb. Like you, I can't go home without them thinking I'm a traitor. I know Albs, and Fenk is lying.
Well, then you're right. The risk is too great. Thank you for backing me up. I've been so worried about the truth. You've helped me decide. Thank you. The Separatists must leave the city. I will go to Caleb and tell him that I won't say anything.
We shouldn't stay here too long.
Congratulations! Waiting for the enemy to commit their troops before you revealed the fighting Colossi. It left the enemy nowhere to go. You've shattered their attack.
It was a logical move, and we must remain vigilant. They won't fall for that again.
Nevertheless, the victory is yours. The hybrid must recognize that even the Elexitors speak of you as an equal.
I carry out the will of the hybrid. I am what the hybrid makes of me.
The Elexitors select you for roles they could only give if the hybrid had agreed. Elex does not allow for emotion, but you should be careful, Commander Jax. There are those who envy your rise in power. They would do anything to have the favor you've won. You honor our people, but there are those who think of themselves.
I serve the hybrid. His will is above all. Someone at the Ice Palace planned this. A faulty raider, a targeted shot. Calyx arriving so fast. The question is, who planned for me to fail? Who planned for me to die?
Good day. Just think, if these mutants keep chasing people up here, we'll soon be able to start our own small town.
What are you doing up here?
Waiting. At some point, those mutants down there will find an easier meal. Then they'll leave, and I can continue my journey.
The mutants down there were too much for you?
There was a whole horde of them when I arrived. Maybe there aren't as many now, but there are still enough to kill me, so I'll wait a little longer for them to lose interest.
The mutants are dead.
Ah, good. Thank you. Then I can be on my way.
On your way where?
To the search for greater knowledge, and a number of technical items that I'm tasked to find by the clerics.
All right, you can go.
Thank you. By killing those mutants, you've helped me greatly. And yourself to a degree. And I suppose all of Magalan. Except the Albs. Or the mutants. That could prove an interesting statistical comparison to consider while I travel. Well, thank you again. I will continue on with my task.
Why did you come here to the converter?
Why does anyone come here? I came here for the Alb technology.
You want to build a converter?
Oh no, the precise opposite in fact. I need components to help stop the Albs. My observations, and those of others, show that the Albs' power comes from their technology. That and an ability to increase their stamina, pain resistance, strength, emotional resistance, etc. that comes from abusing their bodies with vast amounts of Elex. It is obvious I cannot defeat them. But you obviously have the skills I am lacking. So why don't we work together? We could both benefit from our different skill sets. I could be useful to you when it comes to technical questions. In return, you can help me avoid situations like this in the future. What do you think? Can we team up?
Yes, you can come with me, if you think you can follow my orders.
Yes, I can do that. You will not regret this decision. Together we fight. Together we fall.
I'm not planning on falling, and I can't see you doing much fighting.
Where should we meet if we become separated?
There's an abandoned camp in the ruins to the west of Goliad. We can meet there.
Understood. Meet at the abandoned camp.
Tell me more about the materials you need.
Certainly. Every component found is another step towards the liberation of Magalan. At least so I've been told. I don't actually know what these components are supposed to do. But the cleric who told me to come here insists it will change the world.
Do you want to start by telling me what you're doing? What components are you looking for?
Yes, I should tell you the full list. We need, a sensor module from the converter. A high-performance CPU of the type the Albs use. My research suggests the best place to locate that would be out in the war zone in Abessa.
It sounds like you're collecting the pieces for a drone.
Maybe. I had thought of that. But we also need Garudium. That's a metal found in the comet crater in Ignadon. A hydraulic joint, the sort found in pre-war machines. I should be able to locate that in the scrap piles near the outlaw forts.
A hydraulic joint?
Yes. A Type 702, if we can get one. But anything of that sort will be adequate. And I'll also need a miniature Elex battery, the sort the Albs use in their raiders.
And that's the full list?
Yes, you'd better save it to your adjutor.
Yeah, good job. think we had better be careful here.
Ah!
The only place in Tavar where you can get frostbite in the desert. I'll wait here. What? Are we fighting now?
You once possessed great Elex abilities, didn't you? You're probably a soldier from Zakor, possibly even a commander, but you are now free from Elex, and from the orders that come from the heart of Zakor. Have you come here to die like the clerics that I just killed, or are you here to trade?
I'm not here to fight you.
Good. That would benefit neither of us. I have traveled alone since I left Zakor, and I wish to remain so. Still, if you have information to give me, that would be useful. Information and shards are what an alb needs to survive in the lands of the free people. Not that either of those things help these clerics keep their lives.
Paige sent me.
Paige? Do I know Paige? Faces and names of the free people? They merge into one. But you must mean the woman from the domed city. But I have business to conclude before we speak. It seems there are 2 followers of Kalan nearby who are anxious to see their god in person. And I must send them on their way. Quickly, decide. Will you stand with me in battle?
You can count on me.
Good. Then let us send Kalan as followers. This one's mine! So...
What? Are we fighting now?
The clerics lie in the dirt, and there is no sign of their so-called god. Let us hope the stench of these bodies makes the rest of his followers think before they challenge the Separatists. Loyalty should be rewarded. Loyalty is what will save us from the free people. I also have something that should please the woman from the domed city. Here, give her this. It should be enough for her to start her plans. I will arrange to deliver the rest to her in due time.
I will pass her the message.
Do so.
Hey, you've been out in the wilderness, right?
Yes.
Well, I'm looking for a guy, and I wonder if you've seen him. He's called Ray. He's an outlaw with a big mouth on him. Bit of a waster. You haven't met him anywhere out there, have you?
I've met a lot of people. Maybe I've met him, maybe I haven't.
Yeah? Well, if you do find Ray, can you let me know? Well, I guess that's my questions answered. Ray, you old son of a bitch. I was starting to think you weren't still alive.
You know, I am sort of surprised about that myself.
Well, here he is. Large as life and right in front of me. I guess this means we really do have ourselves a problem now, don't we? I still want the shards for the contract, or for Ray's hide. So, are you gonna pay me? Or am I gonna have to claim on the contract?
So you've got one of these contracts.
You know about them, do you? Well, yes, I've got one. And I'm gonna claim the reward for it.
Give me the contract, or I'll kill you.
Now you want to get killed for that, idiot? You'll regret that.
What? Are we fighting now?
Back in business.
Good. I was hoping for some higher caliber stuff, but this will do. If you'd brought spitballs and blowpipes, I'd find someone to buy them. People just aren't feeling safe right now. Here, this is for getting your feet sore and arranging the deal.
Yeah, this is nice, isn't it? Yeah, that's a ruin, all right.
Commander, U4 awaiting command. Commander, U4 awaiting command.
Report status. Are your repairs complete?
Negative. Access to repair station systems denied.
Is there any way to access the systems?
Negative. I am unable to bypass security perimeters.
Doing that would probably alert command that we're here. That wouldn't help us. Are you able to identify your defective components?
Analyzing.
If you can't access the systems, they must think you were destroyed too. It seems we're both outcasts. Status report of our last mission goals.
Primary goal. Locate and secure Thorold, highest leader of the Berserkers, known as the Pilgrim. Mission status, failed. Secondary goal. Secure data describing transmutation process of pure Elex into mana. Mission status, failed. Tertiary goal. Scout Edan for weaknesses in the Berserker defenses. Mission status, failed.
Well, that was a success, huh?
Negative. Commanding unit status, privileges revoked. Execution ordered as a result of mission failure.
What data do you have on the crash?
Analyzing. The Raider was on a direct approach to the primary mission goal. The Raider was hit by accurate ground fire. The shot hit an open port on the Raider. Evasion was not possible.
Where did the fire come from exactly?
Analyzing. Cannot positively identify. There were no indications of magic. Possible responsible parties, the Outlaws, Clerics, or Albs.
Albs too? What exactly do you mean?
Analyzing. Possible indications that an Elex-powered weapon was used. ALBs use Elex-operated weapons. Status of open port on the radar was unusual. Port could only have been opened and secured in place during maintenance in ALB repair station.
I was told it was faulty. Why would our own people sabotage the mission?
Analyzing. Motive unknown. Identity of shooter unknown.
But there are some answers out there somewhere. If you can identify the components you need, I can help you. List the components needed for your repair.
Analyzing. Command systems impaired. DI6 chipset required.
Where can I find a DI6 chip?
Analyzing. Highest probability is the closest converter.
The converter. Right.